Okay?
Your Honor, I will accept that for value.
All right, we're adjourned.
Thank you, Your Honor. It's that simple. Okay? That is all that took place. And he left. Okay? That was the end of it. At that point. I mean, there was other hearings and that type of thing. But I'm just showing you that's basically the interchange that goes on. The only difference is there isn't really a room full of people. Generally, there's you and maybe your family and a couple of friends. And it's very stately. It's very, if you think this is oak, you ought to go in one of these rooms. Okay? It's towering, it's massive, it's very open, it's very formal. You can walk in and you can just slice holes in the air. Okay? It's very intimidating. It's set up to be that way. Okay? They have lavish things. And the chairs are all very comfortable to sit on. The computers are all there. All the technology is there, and it's set up right for the jury, and you see all these things, and the jury's not even there yet. But all of these elements are there to instill a fear in you. They're set up there to psychologically say, oh man, am I in trouble. Okay? That's what it's all about. Because nobody, 99% of the people in America will never be in federal court. Okay? So it's totally unknown. And what you have is a total fear of the unknown. Because all you have ever had in your mind is that's a place that you don't want to be. Okay? You're taught that from the earliest age. There's a reason. It's not a fun place. So that process there is really what went on. Now, I've asked Dan to come up and for Brandy to be the court in Dan's case with the actual transcript for 3 or 4 pages of his arraignment. And this is the actual transcript of what went on. Now, Dan didn't go through, I don't believe, the accepted for value process. He went through on the process of I do not consent. Okay? And so it'll be interesting to look at another viewpoint, and here's a guy who doesn't know anything about anything. He's one of you. Okay? He's never been through this before, and he does a pretty decent job for going through it. But this will give you kind of an idea of what he went through in that first initial hearing.
Judge Michael Haley was the judge that handled the deal in the 86th District Court, and actually on the very first page of the issue, it does say that for the people that no one was present. Again, I think that deciphers the damaging of society. Anyways, this guy was represented as Magistrate Schultz, which we found out later wasn't really what he did, but that's besides the point. So those are the actors in the case.
I don't know.
Daniel Doy Benham.
By special visitation only, I'm here on that matter, sir.
Sir, please come to the podium.
No, thank you. I think I'll come up to the podium now.
Fine, that will be a great idea, Mr. Benham. This is an arraignment. In file 6699, you're charged with attempt, resisting, obstructing a police officer. The complaint states that on January 19th of this year, in East Bay Township, in Grand Traverse County, that you did attempt to obstruct, oppose, assault, beat, or wound a Grand Traverse Sheriff's deputy while he was attempting to execute a misdemeanor warrant. The maximum jail term is a year if you're convicted. So do you understand the charge, sir?
No, sir, I don't.
Do you need to have me repeat the charge?
No, sir.
So the language that, well, you understand the English language, is that correct?
Sir, I don't have enough knowledge or information to accurately answer that question at this time.
You don't have enough information to answer the question of whether you understand the English language?
Yes, sir.
Do you need an interpreter?
No, sir.
Do you understand that you could go to jail for up to a year if you're convicted of this charge?
I do not understand the allegations, and they've not been verified yet, sir.
Are you representing yourself in this matter, sir? Are you getting your own attorney, or are you asking that I appoint an attorney for you?
Sir, I don't have enough knowledge or information to accurately answer that question at this time.
So you refuse to cooperate with the arraignment procedure?
No, sir.
Is that correct?
No, sir.
Well, you will be answering to this charge, Mr. Benham, one way or the other. And if you refuse to answer the charge, we'll enter a plea of standing mute, which means the case will be set for trial. Do you have a problem with that?
I do not have enough information or knowledge to accurately answer that question at this time, sir.
Do you have you're telling me you don't have enough information to know whether you understand the English language? Are you working?
Sir, I don't have enough knowledge or information to accurately answer that question at this time.
Mr. Schultz, do we have an address on him? You set the bond, I guess, on him, did you not?
I believe there was an address on, I think, on the paperwork, on the jail paperwork.
Was that 249 Peachtree in Traverse City?
Correct, yep, correct.
And do we know if that's a good address or not?
That was the address given. And the gentleman verified it was, when I asked him.
So he verified the address? Okay. The other three charges in file 6640 are furnishing a police officer with some false or misleading information, causing a displaying or causing or permit to be displayed or have in your possession an operator's license, knowing that it was false, revoked, suspended or altered, and having multiple driver's licenses. These are misdemeanors which carry up to 90 days in jail if you're convicted. And the date of the complaint was given as January 6th of this year in Garfield Township. So your response is the same to that, and you need some more information because you really can't understand what I'm saying to you. Is that correct?
Sir, I don't understand these unverified allegations.
I see. I'm making a finding, and I believe that you do, because you're obviously conversant in the English language. You appear to be a person of average intelligence. You're making eye contact. You did respond when we announced your name. I believe you're a person who does understand the English language. I'm making a finding that you do understand the charges and that you can go to jail if you're convicted of these charges. I'm continuing the bond in each of these cases and tell you, for each of these cases, that you may represent yourself. You may hire a lawyer, and if you believe that you can't afford a counsel, then you may request the court to appoint an attorney for you. Now you may have a seat.
No, thank you. I'll leave now.
This court is recessed.
Okay. Now, wasn't that interesting? He stayed right where he was. Did you notice that? He never ventured out past what he was saying. 2 times the judge asked him something that meant something to me. 2 times. Did anybody get it? That's right. Are you refusing? Okay? That 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago or however long ago I got that didn't mean anything to me. Until last week when we got and talked about the word refuse. Are you refusing? Now those words jump out at me. Okay? He asked him 2 or 3 times, do you understand the English language? Yeah, I understand the English language. I don't understand the lawyer language. That's what we're saying. We don't understand the nature and cause of this complaint, just like I did 5 years ago. That's what he's saying. Okay? And the judge then entered the plea for him and did what most judges are going to do. The same thing the federal judge did. If you don't enter a plea upon their command, they'll enter one for you.